it is 1 after, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump in. I'll just keep admitting agents in here. I just want to make sure I respect your guys' time. I do appreciate you all joining me today. If you haven't been to one of my trainings yet, or this is your first time, thank you for being here. My name is Justin Taylor. I'm the Business Development and Training Executive with ROCSTAR. I cover training both in Arizona and Nevada, so we're very excited to have both markets part of these trainings. Today, of course, we're talking about reviews. But before I jump into that, I'm gonna minimize this a little bit. And just a quick reminder that if you go to rockuniversity.com, you can always come here to register for all of the other classes that we have coming up. So next week, we have a good one. It's actually your real estate business's biggest asset that you have, and it's your CRM. So we're gonna talk about how to master your CRM. We've got TikTok for real estate after that. I know a lot of people will be excited for that one. And then we've got some special speakers and guests in the month of July. So July 14th, we're talking about LinkedIn. We have Brian Trashel, who is a LinkedIn expert, especially in the real estate world. So that'll be July 14th. If you're not on LinkedIn yet, or you're not utilizing it as one of your platforms in your business, absolutely join that one. How to win in a shifting market, right? We're shifting some here. So we have Debbie DeGroat, who's an industry-leading coach in the industry. So you definitely don't want to miss that one. Got some Instagram, business planning, and some other items here that you can always come here and just register for. Okay, and that's rockuniversity.com. And then, of course, we have our VIP all access that you can get all of our templates and everything there for you as well. Social media posts, newsletter, all that good stuff. As well as all of our video trainings that we do, all of our recordings of it as in addition. So let me go back here. We're gonna jump in. And of course, if you guys have questions as we move along, per usual, unmute yourself, hit up that chat box, just let me know. I like to answer them as we go through this. I'm not one to just wait to the end. I definitely wanted to be interactive and make sure that we answer all of your questions while it's fresh on our mind. Okay, so we talked about Rock University. If you haven't used ROCSTAR yet, please consider writing us on your next deal so that we can continue providing you these amazing trainings that we are doing. We have a lot more in-person trainings coming as well. So we're super excited about that. All right, so why reviews matter, right? I think we kind of just know why reviews matter, but it's always a good way to get a reminder and just a different perspective of why. It's very similar of what we're going to talk about today is like if you go to Amazon, right? I always think Amazon has been like the forefront, the pioneer of the the stars, right? Everything's rated on stars now. When you go to purchase something, if it's like 3 stars or lower, or there's not a lot of reviews, or some of the reviews aren't great or anything like that, we're probably not going to purchase it. And it goes to the same for services. If there's no reviews online, or the reviews aren't great or anything like that, we're probably not going to choose that service. Just like with anything, restaurants and things like that, and we're going to talk about that more. When we look something up or something's recommended to us, we do what? We Google it, right? That's what we say. No matter what we say Google it, or if we want to learn how to do something, we YouTube it. So we're going to talk more about that in just a second, but why reviews matter. So with 92% of buyers starting their home search online, prospects are going to be looking for reviews that verify that you're a quality real estate agent, okay? They highlight skills and niches like new home construction expertise, condos, land, negotiation skills. This is critical. A lot of times in reviews, people will say that you sold their home in this amount of time, or for this amount more than what they were asking. Or they're going to talk about they negotiated me an amazing, I was able to stay in my home, or anything like that. Reviews highlight all of those skills and niches that you bring to the table so that other people can see those as well. Reviews also come with a strong SEO benefit. So SEO, search engine optimization, this is that magic tool that gives you organic visibility. So you don't have to pay for ads and things like that to show up in Google searches. And one of the benefits is reviews is SEO. So when lots of users mention your name online, search engine algorithms, specifically Google, take that into account when they're ranking sites, right? So it's always a great idea to make sure that you're getting reviews across a couple different platforms, and we're going to talk about that. But also, the name of the game is having your name mentioned as much as possible on the internet. So these algorithms, when they go through and they do a sweep to try to pull different sources of information, you're shown at the top or on the first page of these searches. Real estate reviews act as a powerful social proof for your business. These days, people use online reviews as their main source of opinions and recommendations. A lot of reviews, online reviews, are now equivalent to a personal referral. I'll say that again. Online reviews are now equivalent to personal referrals, right? Us as consumers are relating those great reviews as someone just referring them to us. Now, when you get a referral from somebody you know, a past client, a friend, or anything like that, they will also look you up, right? It's so funny because a lot of times when we get a referral or anything like that, we've got it in the bag, right? It's easy. And most times we do. However, do know they are still looking you up online. They're still researching reviews, because at the end of the day, if a friend or colleague refers you and then they look you up and your reviews don't really match with what they had recommended, they're probably not going to go with you. Okay, so even when you're getting referrals, they are still looking you up online. A recent Bright Local study showed that 85% of people trust online reviews as much as they trust personal recommendations, right? I just said that. They highlight skills and niches. So we went through that already. This one here, 62% of buyers choose a real estate professional based on online reviews. Okay, 62% of buyers choose a real estate professional based on online reviews. Google says 49% of real estate consumers search for trust. Okay, that's the first thing they search for is trust, followed by experience, negotiation, personal references, speed, and brand. Okay, so online reviews are a huge source for consumers to gain their trust right off the bat before they even talk to you. Right? And then online reviews can increase conversion rates by as much as 270%. Monumental. That's huge. That's a big number. All right. Of course, I'm going to talk a lot about Google because it is the number one search engine in the world. It's the highest ranking in SEO. There's just a lot of different things that Google plays into algorithms across the entire digital platform. Okay, so we're going to talk about why Google reviews are priority. In the chat box real quick, who has a Google business profile? I know Felicia, you're there, you can ask the question, but who has a Google business profile already set up? I did a class on this in the very beginning when we launched Rock University. I'm going to have another one come up in the next month or so. Aaron's got one, it's basic, maybe it needs a little bit of optimization. I highly recommend going to watch that video. I talk about how you can optimize it. Nicola's got one, awesome. If you do not have a Google business profile, reach out to me. I'll send you the video of how to set it up. But I absolutely empower you to go create one. It is the main source of seller leads online currently, okay? So if you reach out to me, Linda just confirmed hers yesterday. Awesome. Absolutely have to have a Google business profile for your real estate business. So real estate related searches on google.com have grown 253% over the past 4 years. Huge growth. Your prospects are going to Google you. Think about it. Do you ever book a service without first looking up the company on Google? Probably not very often, right? Even if you get a recommendation from a family member or a trusted friend, Google is the first place you go to confirm that that recommendation is trustworthy. It's the same for real estate professionals, same for services, absolutely critical. Google reviews are the most trustworthy in the digital world. Okay. So out of all platforms that are available, Google reviews are the most trustworthy in the digital world. And it's because they have a whole backend system of verification, right? You have to have a Google account in order to even leave a review. Most of us do. Most consumers have some type of Gmail or Google account, but they are the most trustworthy in the digital world. Plus, like I was saying earlier, the SEO is the strongest. So you want Google reviews that are recent, so prospects won't wonder if you become inactive, or worse, that your recent clients have been unhappy. Okay, so this goes back to the very beginning. Today, of course, we're going over why reviews are important, some strategies on getting more reviews, but it's really a reminder to you, when's the last time that you sat down, taken a look at your online presence? What platforms do you have reviews on, and where can you improve? Okay, because you have to be consistent. If you go 6 months with no reviews, and it of course shows you the dates and everything, it could just show that you're inactive as an agent. So maybe you're not an active agent, or maybe you just haven't had happy clients, right? It can give kind of a not so great impression. So you just want to make sure maybe you put on your calendar monthly. I'm going to do a monthly online audit. I'm going to take a look at my reviews. Have I sent reviews recently? If not, then I'm going to make it a priority to get 5 new reviews this week, something like that, or this month, right? Here's an example of a review on Google. So we're going to talk about some best practices in a second. So this will go hand in hand, but this is a review that Scott had left. And then, he mentioned some things, and then I responded, and it is absolutely important for you to respond to all your reviews. All right. So not just collecting them, but then responding. And we're talking about a few best practices there. But the response was, it was a pleasure to work with you and Heidi, right? I mentioned his wife's name, on the sale of your home in North Phoenix. I mentioned geographic location, SEO, super important. I look forward to working with you in the future. And if you know anyone that is looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, I would be honored to help. Talk soon, Justin. Okay. So a couple elements here that we're going to talk about in best practices is making sure that you mention all parties. Location is absolutely priority, right? For SEO. You sell in a certain market. So when someone searches realtor in North Phoenix or realtor in Las Vegas or Summerlin, wherever it is, you want to make sure that you have that location in there. All right. Another kind of strategy is that you can copy and paste reviews to other platforms. Okay, so if you have a client that leaves you, maybe they left you a review on Google, but now you're trying to build up your Facebook reviews, or maybe your Zillow reviews, realtor.com, Yelp, whichever platforms that you choose. We're going to talk about choosing a couple of them, but whatever platforms that you choose, if you have a client that left you a review on one, copy the review that they left and email them, asking them if they could also please leave that review on Facebook, or that you're trying to build your presence on Zillow. So if they could copy that review on Zillow. You want to create ease for them, right? So you're already copying what they already left, and it allows you to gain more presence across different platforms. Okay. So that's a strategy that if they've already left you a review, you can always get it, have them copy that to another platform. Rinse and repeat. All right, let's talk about a few of the best practices. Okay. Let me just check here. I want to make sure we're not. Nicola asked about Rate My Agent, which is a review platform. So Rate My Agent is a great tool. Certain brokerages include it in what they offer to agents, but you can always go to ratemyagent.com and get more information. But what it does is it allows you to manage your reviews across numerous platforms. So not only does it is it easy to request a review through Rate My Agent, because it's going to pull all of your closed sales, and then it'll allow you to send a review request directly to your client right from the platform. And then you could take the widget or yeah, the widget that they have, and it's going to display the reviews across all the platforms. Google Business Profile, Facebook, Zillow, all those different ones, they will pull in together. And then you can take that one widget or source code and add it to your website and things like that, or share it on social media. So yes, Nicola, Rate Agent would be a great tool to be able to do that. Review best practices. Okay, so you want to make sure that when you're asking for these reviews that you highlight the positive points in the transaction. All right, so just remind them. It was great being able to represent you in selling your home. It was amazing to be able to get that you got 45,000 over asking, right? We're probably not seeing that anymore, but you know, you want to reinforce those positive moments in that transaction and the 5-star experience that you provided. If they can include geographic location like city, this will help even more with your SEO. We were talking about that a little bit. It is super important to include that in there. If they don't, you can always do it on your reply. That's why replies are super powerful because this next one, always respond to all reviews. Okay, you always want to respond to all of your reviews. This shows you're active and you have an opportunity to include additional details like location or any wins within that transaction. Again, maybe it's pricing, maybe they got more money, maybe they were they're buyers and they've been looking for a long time, they kept getting beat out, and finally your negotiation skills got them that property, right? So in those replies, it gives you an opportunity to mention additional details that other consumers, when they look you up, can research and see and be like, wow, you know, Aaron really went above and beyond for this person. This is exactly who I want to talk to. And have a process to ask for the review as soon as the transaction closes, right? Don't let time go by without asking. This is what happens. We get busy, we have multiple clients, or we just don't make it a priority. A long time goes by. The longer time passes, the harder it is to get them to leave your review. So just kind of have it in your head that as soon as it closes, ask for that review. Make it simple for them. Which is the next one. Asking for a review via text will always get a better response, right? We're all on our cell phones. If we have to get onto a computer or anything to do something, it's probably not going to be priority, okay? So text is an amazing tool that you can use in this review process to make it super easy for your clients. And then, of course, you want to have a follow-up process. So send a follow-up request for those who have not left a review every 30 to 60 days after the initial ask, okay? Maybe they just didn't get it. If you send an email, maybe they didn't see the email. Maybe it went into spam, right? Switch up the message or include a video/contest for those who have not left a review yet. So we're going to talk a little bit about a contest here in a minute. But if they haven't left a review, I would always have a follow-up to request review again. I would just switch up the message and switch up the method of which you are asking. So if you originally asked via email, maybe this time you're asking via text, or you create a video to send them. And of course, with these reviews that you get, you want to leverage these across your social media platforms, right? You see review requests or review posts all the time. Of course, you want to make sure that they're on your website, any of your marketing materials, your listing packages. You want to make sure that your successful closes when you represented the seller are in there and that they left you a review. You can have these a part of your email campaigns. Any type of marketing that you can include a review in would be beneficial. Select a few clients that would be willing to do a video review or success story for you, right? I've been talking about video a lot, and I know it's overwhelming for us as agents and just us as humans. We're very resistant to making video. So I can understand why it would be even more difficult for you to ask a client for a video as well. But I'll tell you this, you will be shocked about how many are willing to take a video testimonial and give it to you. A lot of times, all you have to do is ask, and they're willing to do it. Or have them, if you're at the closing table and they're there, hey, do you mind if we just take a quick video real quick? I just want to celebrate you and your closing, and let everybody know how excited I am for you, right? You could get a quick video that way as well. Of course, videos are monumental to have in your mix of testimonials that will help convert new business. Again, when people look you up and they see that your clients took the time to create a video testimonial, it just shows power and how much you impacted them for them to take the time to do that, okay? So, and then I was mentioning it earlier, focus on getting reviews across 2 to 3 different platforms, okay? You don't have to have reviews on every single platform that's out there. Google, in my opinion, should be priority, okay? Even over Zillow. And it's just because Google owns the search. They're the #1 search engine in the world. They own SEO. You absolutely want to make sure that you get reviews there. And you can choose a couple others. There's Facebook, there's Zillow, maybe you do Yelp. There's tons of different platforms that you can get reviews on. But I would focus only on a couple, make those priority. And of course, I would definitely make Google your #1. Here's a couple templates. Of course, email. You can always make this your own. Obviously, you can write it if you want to be more personal, but this one just says, hi, Lynn, thank you so much for choosing me as a real estate agent and helping you buy or sell your home in Phoenix. I enjoyed working with you and hope you are beyond happy with the transaction. Here's a link to my review page. I appreciate you taking the time to give me feedback, and I look forward to reading your experience. Okay, so that very last part is psychologically a little bit important because you're already putting it out there that you're looking forward to reading what they're about to write, okay? Text. I want to put this little stat in here. Text messages have a 99% open rate, right? 97% of messages are read within 15 minutes of delivery. Email open rate currently hovers between 10 to 12%. All right. So text is always going to be the easiest for your client because it's right on their phone. They can do it super easy. Email's on the phone as well. However, it's a little bit more complicated process going into the application and things like that. We're very used to that shortened window with text. So I highly recommend asking them via text. But this one here just says, hi, Aaron, I really enjoyed working with you and would be so thankful if you took just a moment to leave me a quick review about your experience. This really helps my business and those considering working with me. Here's a direct link. Talk soon, Justin. Right? It could be shorter. You can personalize a little bit more. You just want to be concise and make sure that you give them the direct link to either your Google business page, your Facebook page. You never want to leave it up to them to go find where to leave your review, right? You want to give them the direct link. I'll make sure to share this in the follow-up email so that you guys have this training deck as well, as usual with the recording. All right, strategies to get even more reviews. So you can leverage other industry professionals. After closing a transaction or working with other real estate professionals or vendors, ask them to leave your review, and in return, you would do the same for them. This allows you to increase your reviews even more with industry professionals giving you recommendations. So I have reviews from other agents. I've left reviews to other agents that I've closed deals with. They're more than happy to do it more times than not, and they're also getting a review back from you. Aaron asked, I have heard different opinions. Should you offer them multiple places to leave a review or just Google? So in your email, I'd only do this in email. I would not do it in text because there's only so much space, but I have seen it's a lower percent that they're gonna actually leave you a review on multiple platforms when you ask the initial time, okay? So in your email, if you say, you could leave me, like you bullet it, Google, Facebook, Zillow. There's a low percent that's going to actually do all three. They're going to do the first one, and they're going to leave it alone. So my recommendation is ask for one platform first, and then when you go through to audit it on your monthly basis, you can ask them, hey, I know you left me a Google review. Do you mind also copying and pasting that review? You already included that email to Facebook. I'm trying to build my presence there as well. And then they could do it that way. So I guess the answer is it works sometimes. Some consumers will click all three links and leave you a review on all three platforms, but it's a low, I think the last stat that I saw was like less than 15%. That actually will do all three within the first ask. Also depends on how soon you waited to ask. If it was right away, the percent might be a little bit higher. Does that kind of make sense? More times, if they had a positive experience, they're willing to, one, leave you a review, but we're all consumers. We all have busy lives. So a lot of times we're willing to do one, and then, we have to do the follow-up. But I highly recommend that, if you worked with a lender or a home inspection company or any other industry professionals, the agent representing the other side, so that they can give their experience as well. Of course, with any reviews, if you ever have a situation where it was not a great experience, I mean, even beyond your ability, like it had nothing to do with you, but it was, you just have a feeling that you could risk the review, right? You could risk that 1 star. You want to be conscious of that, like when you're sending out these requests. However, I will state that do not be upset or beat yourself up if you get a 4.5 or 4 star. Okay. I've had reviews where the review was like flying colors, but maybe they did a 4.8. Some people just don't believe in giving the full 5 stars, which is fine. A lot of times it's better because it looks human, right? If you have 55-star reviews, I mean, you're probably super amazing, but if you had 50 reviews and it's a 4.9 or 4.8, there's some human in there, right? Just kind of makes it a little bit more relatable. So the point is, if you get a 4 or 4.5, something like that, it's okay. It's your career's not over, your SEO's not over, your online presence is going to be okay. So just don't beat yourself up over that. Reward the action. So another thing that you could do is if you're really struggling or you just want to increase your reviews, create a giveaway or contest for your clients so that every review they leave on each platform, they are given another entry into the giveaway. Okay, so going back to Aaron's question, this could be a great one, that when you ask your client to leave a review, you do a monthly review giveaway or something like that, quarterly, whatever it is. And for every review that they leave on each platform, they're entered into the giveaway again. So if they copy and paste their first review on Google to Facebook and Zillow, they now have 3 entries into that giveaway. All right, makes it a little bit more fun. It helps you out by getting a few more reviews, and it gives them an incentive to take the time to leave those reviews. Video. Create a video asking your client to leave you a review with the link in the text when you send that video. Okay. This is powerful because it personalizes it. They see you as a person. It's just not text, like asking for the review. You can, there's emotion that plays into it, right? So when you get a video from someone and they're like, hey, Destiny, I loved working with you. It was such a great opportunity. And I'm so glad that we were able to find your dream home. I would really appreciate it if you could leave me a review on my Google page. I'll link it below. It would really help my business and anyone that's considering using my services. If you need anything, please let me know. I'm always here for you. Something like that, right? Just makes it a little bit more personal, and it builds that connection because we want these clients for life. Not just for them, like for when they're ready to sell, but their referrals. So you're going to increase your referrals, repeat business, all that good stuff. Video just makes the connection stronger. And not super long, keep it short, like, 20, 30 seconds. If you're a brand new agent, I get this question all the time. I'm brand new. I don't even have any clients to be able to get reviews from. That's okay. Do you still have opportunities to ask for reviews? So you have an opportunity to ask for reviews from previous careers. So what was your previous life? Were you in a different industry? Leverage these experience and colleagues that would be willing to leave a review of their experience in working with you as a person professional. Maybe you came from retail. You have strong customer service skills, sales skills, or you're a team player. Anything like that definitely translates into real estate. So you can leverage past careers to be able to get your reviews from them so that you can build up your online presence. Quick question from Destiny. If you're rewarding for a review, just be careful with how many you are getting at one time. Google does not like mass reviews. That is absolutely correct. Yep. So that's why it's absolutely critical for you to have a process set up so that you're consistently asking for these reviews as soon as they close. Okay. So you don't want to have big dumps all the time. So if you're starting fresh and you want to make it a goal in the next 7 days to be able to, get 5 new reviews, but then from there, you really need to have a process that when every new closing comes in, that you're then asking for the review in a timely manner so that it shows, not just for Google's sake, because Destiny's correct, that's could be a flag at some point, but you also want it to look consistent for when you have people looking you up, searching you, right? And looking at your reviews. Again, it goes back to you had 5 reviews 6 months ago and nothing since then, right? It brings up question and doubt. So you do want to make sure that you space that out and that you have a process set up for them to be able to leave your review in a timely manner. Okay, so any brand new agents, there's absolutely opportunity there for you to get reviews from people that you have worked with in the past. Okay, so I highly recommend it that in the next week or so, I challenge you all to make it a priority and a goal to get 10 new reviews in the next 7 days. Okay, this can be across multiple platforms. Okay, so pick a few, spread them out. Google, Facebook, Zillow, Realtor.com, Yelp, whichever ones that you currently use or that you would like to do. But I definitely challenge you to set the time aside to increase your online presence with your reviews. Take a look at your past sales. Who haven't you asked for a review yet, right? I even challenge you, and I'll do a challenge this week. Those have been fun with these trainings. So the first person, this has to be new, right? Because I always get agents that send me a whatever it is that I'm asking for from like 6 or 8 months ago. It's got to be new. Okay. So I challenge you to get 10 new reviews across whichever platforms that you want to. But the first agent that's on this call that emails me a video review from their client, I will give you a $50 gift card to the ROCSTAR shop, where we just put a bunch of new swag up there. There's shirts, shoes, bunch of different cool stuff, chargers, things like that. So the first one to email me a video of a client that gave them a video review, I will give that to you. But I definitely challenge you all to set the time aside to take a look at your online presence, do an audit, make sure that your profiles are consistent, make sure that you have reviews on those profiles. And if you don't, create a plan of how you're going to increase that. And then after that, consistently ask for reviews at least monthly so that you have new fresh testimonials throughout the years. Any questions on reviews in general? Or any branding, marketing? I know we're 36 minutes, so it'll be a little bit shorter today. Again, I wanted this to be a reminder of setting that time aside to do that online audit and make sure that you are asking for those reviews online, because it's absolutely critical for your business. Who's going to get the video review? Who's confident that they're going to be able to get it? No one? Eddie's going to try for that. I love that, Eddie. Nicola's going to try. Yes, Brandon, can you send me an email, justin@roctitle.com, justin@roctitle.com. Just send an email and just say business profile video, and I'll forward that over to you. Absolutely. Aaron's going to try. More confidence, Google review. Good. Awesome, guys. If you need anything in the meantime, please just email me. Let me know. They can't leave a video review directly on Google My Business. They would just have to take the video and send it over to you. But you can just email that over to me or something like that, and I'll be able to, whoever's the first one to do that will get that gift card. Awesome, guys. I hope you got at least one gold nugget out of today. Have a great weekend. I hope maybe there's some open houses happening this weekend now that homes are not selling within 5 minutes. So hopefully you guys are out there prospecting, get another client, get another closing, and we continue building a successful future. Awesome. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you in the next training. Take care, everyone.